What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and today I'm going to be discussing about the 2019 Aero package. I want to first apologize for not getting this video out to you guys yesterday. I got home from college around 6 yesterday, and I really never had time to film it. Also, apologies for my dog barking in the background. I don't know why he was barking there for a sec. But anyhow, we're going to discuss now about the 2019 Aero package and give you my personal opinions on it. I'll go through some of the. I'll start with like the pros and the cons. Now I'll go through the pros of this. First off, the one thing that a lot of people agree with is these restarts. The restarts were incredibly awesome to watch. I enjoyed the restarts. They were wild. They were crazy, and I think that the restarts were probably the best part of this race in particular. Were the restarts. I know I've said restarts a lot, but they were incredibly awesome to watch. And I think if you were at the racetrack, which by the way, the capacity at Sunday's race is incredible. It was really good this year. They were having a resurgence, but the restarts were awesome to watch. And you saw guys could stay together for a few laps, and again they were able to spread out. But for the first few laps, the restarts were incredible. Also, it seemed like while the leaders still had that clean air buffer we've been seeing, it didn't have it as much because the guy behind him, which, for instance, the Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski battle, no, the Joey Logano-Kyle Busch battle, excuse me, that one, that battle was really awesome to watch because Logano was able to get a run off the corner and he was able to shoot to the bottom, and I thought that was fun. And also, another thing was Logano and Keselowski battle. Logano was able to pass him. Keselowski was able to pass right back, and it made the racing fun. They were beating and banging. It was really fun to watch some of the battles on the racetrack. So the cleaner didn't matter as much in this race, which I thought made it interesting. Now, lap traffic could have affected that, but I don't think it affected as much as people are saying it is. It did affect a little bit, though. I will agree that it did affect it, or just in some sense. I mean, also, I thought that this race overall was better than the last few years, and you had some people going, oh, this race is as good as last year's race. No, last year's race was atrocious. The package made this race better. Now, hopefully, with the package, they will make the racing pretty good like this. Now, granted, in the first stage, no one really tried to do anything, and I guess they were just learning from the package. You know, they were learning. But as the run game on, guys were getting more aggressive, and we saw battles all over the place, and that finish I thought was excellent. I thought Keselowski was going to get him because cleaner didn't matter as much. But that is where some of the cons come in from the package. One thing is, tire wear doesn't really matter. Tire wear is really not going to matter when it comes to pit road, because Kurt Busch had like I think a 20+ older tires, and he was able to stay in front of the fastest cars in the race for like 10 to 15 laps. And I think that's kind of an issue. If we could find a way to get the tire wear to matter a little bit more, I would think that it could help there, because I don't think a guy that's 10th all day, because Kurt Busch had a decent car, but Kurt Busch should not have been up for that long in the race. That's just my opinion on that, if that makes any sense. And any other cons were, you know, like I said, lap traffic kind of affected the race a little bit. And there's no on it, and you're pretty much, while handling did matter, which that's another positive, handling still did matter in this race, but it didn't matter as much. We didn't have a caution, other than the stage cautions. We didn't have a caution for the incident. A fun fact, this is the first race we've had incident-free since 2002 at Talladega in the fall race, where surprisingly nothing happened, but it still was a good race. And we don't need cautions. We don't need cautions, but if you want to say those wild restarts, I guess you want to have cautions. But that is another thing, that these cars are way too stable. They need to make them less stable, more unstable, and I think you would have more of those cautions come out and some more of those wild, crazy restarts. But, you know, we didn't really have any cautions, except the stage ones. We didn't have any cautions yesterday, so they're still too stable. They need to make them more unstable. And they could pretty much still run wide open. I think on-off throttle time is something that does need to be added to the cars. But overall, it still was a good race. You saw a little bit off throttle, but if you have off throttle, you're going back. You're going to lose a couple spots. That's a pretty interesting thing. And now, but here's the thing. Okay, sorry. Here's the thing. The package, it's the first race with a new package. We have to understand it's the first race. These teams are going to learn from it, and we'll probably see some more quality racing. We might see more guys getting in front pack. Draft is going to definitely affect this race, that is for sure. And maybe we'll see more on off-throttle time throughout the races and the runs as well, throughout each of the races. I overall think the package it's not perfect by any means. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. I'm going to give a grade to this package a 6 out of 10. It's better than average. I'm not saying it's a bad package by any means. This is a package. If it was shit, I'd give it like a 2 or 3, but it's a 6 out of 10 for me. While it does need improvement, it was decent. It's got potential. That's all I'm really trying to say, is that this 2019 Aero package has a lot more potential than people realize it does. And I think the racing this year is going to be better overall than we've seen in the last couple years. You know, with the package, because I don't think we're running the package at ISM this weekend. I think we're running the old package. If we are, then cool. We're running the package this year, cool, because we're not running it at every single track like some of these people keep saying. I keep telling these people we're not running it at every single racetrack this year after Daytona. We're running it at certain racetracks. Okay? Yeah. But anyhow, that's kind of my analysis on the package. I like it. Just, it's got potential. It needs improvement, but I love it. Anyhow, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you can be notified when a video goes live on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.